Good morning, children. So this is the second video of the chapter number 4, footprint in the sand. Now let's continue with the chapter, second part. One day everything changed. Change means everything turned to different. I found the print of a man's bare foot in the sand. I stood still by the sea, frozen with fear for a moment. The man's footprint was very clear. I listened. I looked around. I could see nothing. I could hear nothing. I walked up and down the shore. I could see only that footprint. Now, how did everything change? He saw a man's bare footprint. Bare footprint only, not without the shoes. He never wore the shoes, and his foot's mark was left on the sand. Now, footprint means mark of a foot. Now, when he saw this footprint near the sea on the sand, he was frozen. He stood still out of fear. Why he was afraid? Why he was filled with fear? Because all these years, for so many years, he had been staying in that island, and he saw no one, no man over there. And all of a sudden, he saw a footprint on the sand mark. Now what? He got so scared that he looked behind everywhere, behind him, behind the bushes, but he saw nothing. Only he could see the footprint. As I told you in the beginning, in the island, only the cannibal people who lived over there or came in that island were the cannibals. Cannibal is a certain tribe. They eat raw raw meats. So turn to next page 23. I ran straight home to my fortress. Now my fortress is, he calls his house, his tent, his fortress, because he had built it with his own hand by cutting down the log of trees, and he made the house. I was terrified. Terrified me again, it means fear. All the time, looking behind me at every 3 or 2 steps, mistaking every bush or trees for a man. Now he was so scared that he ran straight towards his house, and after taking 2 or 3 steps, he used to turn around to see if anyone was following on him or not. In every bush or trees he came across, he was so scared. He still looked as if someone was standing behind it or not. And I came to my castle, as I called it out from this day. I fed inside. Fed means ran away. Fed means ran away. As he came near his castle, his fortress, he straight went to his house, as if someone was chasing. So as if the wild animals was chasing him, that someone was driving him, following him. Never has a fox ran to earth as quickly as I did that day. Never, like even the fox was failed, like when he in front of him. I did not sleep at all that night. Questions spun round in my head. He could not sleep the whole night. Questions spun. Many questions arose in his mind. What was the question? It might be. It is about the footprint which he saw on the sand in the sea beach. Like there, why was there any one footprint? Where was the ship that had brought the man? Why should anyone want to come to my island after all these years? After much thought, I made my decision. These footprints must be that of the man who lived on the mainland. I said to myself, the wind or the strong currents had brought this canoe here. Then, with a sinking heart, I remembered my own canoe. Now, what over here he says that when many questions were arising in his mind, like why only one footprint? Where is the ship? I had not seen, like he never saw any ship coming on the sea towards the seashore. Then where the man had arrived on this island. Now, then after thinking hard, he came to a decision, he came to one conclusion that this footprint must be of the man who had come in on a canoe. Canoe is a small boat made out of a log of wood. Like he must have come on in the canoe in this island. Then remembering about the canoe, when the word canoe came to in his mind, he could not help building up another story, another dreadful, terrified thoughts came into his mind, that if these men saw his canoe, right, if his canoe, they might come to know that someone is living over here. They might come and they may eat me away. They might eat my animals. They might kill me. So all these things were coming in his mind. So let's read it. What if they had found it? I cried in torrent. Matlab, in a state of disturbed mind. He thought if they found that that canoe, they might come back with some more people to eat me. With more people he will come and he is going to eat me away. They might even find even if they did not find him, they might find their animals and food and they will eat it away. Then I would die. And he thought that anyhow now I am going to die. Right? I was filled with fear again, as I had been when I first came to the island. Once I had trembled with fear because I was alone, and now I tremble at the sight of the man's foot. Now he says that anyhow, like he was filled with fear, he was very scared. You remember that when he first came to that island, desperate island, he was scared, he was frightened of staying alone. And now when he saw the man's foot, now he is still again scared to see the man's foot on the sand. Now turn to next page 24. Perhaps I have made a mistake. I told to myself, perhaps the footprint is my own. Now what I said, that he consoled himself by saying that maybe this footprint, maybe it is his. This thought cheered him a little. Cheered him means made him happy a bit. A little means a bit. I even went outside to milk my goat. Milk my goat means that you know that goat gives us milk. So he went and took out milk from the goat. Then he saw nothing. But he saw nothing. But still he was feeling scared from inside. But yet he was behaving himself to be a brave person. Now then an idea comes to him. Why not measure the footprint of his own? He thought, why not measure the footprint of his own? He went back to the seashore and measured the footprint again with his own feet. But what did he found? He found, I went there straight away, looking behind me all the time. I put my foot in the footprint and stared in surprise. The footprint in the sand was much larger than mine. I stood with fear and ran straight back home. For the next few years, I did everything I could to make my house more secure. I planted trees around so that no man might get through. I divided my flocks of sheep and kept 6 on 3 different pieces of land. All the hard work just because of one footprint on the sand. And when I came across a site far away, when I came across a sight far more terrified than the footprint. Now he says that what he did, when he found that the footprint was larger than his, he was scared again. he went back home. He planted more trees around to make his house more secure, more secure from anyone to be seen or attacked by the animal. Then what he did, he divided his flock of animal in 3 different places in 6 in numbers, to keep them safe so that no one can take away the goats from him. Even now he was like, but still he was very scared from inside. When he was walking around, walking about and thinking about it, about his security, then he came across another frightening sight. What is the frightening sight? Now we will study in chapter number 5. Now children, will start with chapter number 5, bones on the sand. Bones on the sand. Now, in the following years, I travelled around the whole island many times while searching for secret places where I could hide my animals. Now, in the following years means for many years he was travelling, visiting the whole island. Travelling means he visited the whole island. Searching means to finding out secret places like to hideouts where he can hide his animal. One day I went further west than usual and climbed down to the seashore. Suddenly I stopped in surprise. There in front of me on the sand was a human skull and the bones of human hands and feet. Nearby were the remains of fire, smooth sand all around it. Now when he was on his way, he went down towards the west of the seashore. Suddenly he was surprised. Surprised means astonished. Astonished means surprised. Now why he was surprised? Because he saw the human skull. Human skull. This is called human skull. Hands and feet. He saw over there, and nearby these human skull and the hands and feet, there were fire ashes. The fire they had burned, there were ashes round over there in the form of sand. Now I was astonished by the sight. Astonished means surprised, out of shock, right? And by the sight, what he saw, that I forgot that I might be in danger. I have often heard about people who eat their fellow men. I cried out. I have never seen it with my own eyes. Now he says over here, he forgot that. He was so surprised that he forgot about his own danger, and he was thinking, he thought that he had heard people eating his own fellow men, his own people. But he had never seen it. I turned away and I was sick on the sand. I could not bear to stay in the place any longer. I walked back home as quickly as I could. How could I have not realized it before? The cannibals often fought with their enemies in canoes. Why should they not bring their victim to the island to kill and eat them? Now when he saw the sight of the skull, hand and feet, all the bones, so he was feeling sick, that how can man eat a man, right? That he could not bear, but he could no longer hold himself to stay in that particular place, and he walked back to his home. Because he has often heard cannibals are the people who eats raw flesh of any flesh. Raw means uncooked. Flesh means meat, right? So they eat. So how can the animals, he says that the cannibals must have, they fought with their enemies, and they brought them and they killed them and ate them away. Thank God. Thank you, God, I cried at last, for bringing me that stormy day to the side of the island where these carnivals never came. I calmed myself with one other thought. Now what he did, now he is trying to think. He does not want to visualize beyond like the carnivals also come there, but he is trying to specify himself by saying that thank God, like the carnivals does not come over here, or else if they had come over here or they had lived in this particular island, then he would not have been alive right now. Then he calmed himself by saying this, but still the thought was still hitting his mind, These men never came to the island looking for the people to eat. I told myself they bring their victims with them. Then the discovery of the bones shocked and saddened me. I kept to my own territory for almost 2 years afterward. I hardly ever fired any gun in case one of the carnivals heard it, and I relied on my goats for food and milk. Relied means depend. Now what he says over here, he then thought, one another thought was tingling in his mind by saying that for so many years he had been, for 6-7 years he had been in this island. He has never seen any carnivals, these tribal people coming to the island. So it is better to take some precautions and be very careful not to make the other carnivals aware that I am staying, that Robinson Crusoe is staying in that island. So he took precautions not using the gun, because if he used gun to kill any animals, then he would be informing, the carnivals will come to know that some men stays over here, and hence they will come to the island to look for him. So he never used guns, and he started depending upon what? Depending upon his goat and his goat's flesh and the fruits which he had found in that area and the milk. I chose a place on the hill where I might be able to watch for the man arriving in their canoes. Then I can wait for them in the trees by the shore and shoot them before they could carry out their terrible crime. I thought, and every day I climbed to the top of the hill to watch for the boats. As long as I had my plans in my head, I felt quite safe, especially as I never saw any boat. Now what he did, what he planned it out, that he chose the place, topmost place on the hill, where he used to sit during the daytime to watch for any boats to come or any carnivals to come on it. And he thought when they will come, he will use the gun and chase them away. But he sat over there, and but none of the people came by to that shore, or any carnivals he saw during those time. Now page number 27. One day a new thought came into my mind. New thought means new idea. What right had I to kill these men? God has not punished them so far. Perhaps they do not see what they do as a crime. Now they eat men as we eat animals. So a thought came to him, and he asked that human beings do not have the right to kill people. They do not have the right to people, and therefore hence God should punish them for doing such crime, for killing their own menfolk, their own people. They eat men, but we means human being. They eat animals. I gave up my plans to attack them. I shall make sure they do not see me, and I shall leave them in peace, I decided. So, he was sitting on the top of the hill. Why? To attack them when they come. So, he said that, so it is better, like, since they eat meat, they eat menfolk. So, he gave up the idea of attacking them, and he made sure that to keep himself safe, not be seen by them. And it is better that both of us, the cannibals, the tribal people, as well as Robinson Crusoe, they live in peace. I did not leave my home so much in the following years. My 23 years have been passed on the island. By now my parrot, now what is the name of his parrot? His name of his parrot is Poll, P-O-L-L, could speak to me. He was able to speak to me, and he amused me a great deal. Amuse means to make him happy. Since he was able to speak to him, the parrot was able to speak to him, so he kept himself busy with the parrot. When I did not go out to milk my goat, my imagination sometimes got the better of me. What would I do if I suddenly met 20 or more cannibals with bows and arrows? The constant danger I was in changed the way I lived my life. I cared now more of my safety than my food. I moved my first step into the cave, which I found my change, and then I was gathering firewood. This cave was so dry and secret that I moved my spare guns and gunpowder there too. Now when he was not milking, not taking out milk from his goat, he was idle. So his imagination used to keep on disturbing him. If all of a sudden 20 to 25 cannibals, these tribal people, came in front of him with bow and arrow, then what he would do, what Robinson Crusoe will be able to do. So children, he was in a constant fear. He was living a life of constant fear. Now I care more of my safety than the food. I moved my fire deep into a cave, which I found my chance when I was gathering firewood. So what he did for his safety, he decided to change his cave, and he started securing more and more requirements like wood, food, and all in his in the places. This cave was dry and secret. He found a secret cave, and he thought this is a safe place, and it is dry also. Why dry? Because constantly the water, there is a rain, and when there is a heavy rainfall, it fills the cave. So hence, he found the cave was dry. And that I moved my spare guns and powders. So he moved all his guns and gunpowders in that cave also. I am like one of those giants in the story who always lived in a cave where no one can reach him. I laugh to myself, even if 500 cannibals were to hunt me, they would never find me out. Or if they did, they would not try to attack me here. Now he said that I have made myself secure in such a way, and I have hidden myself in such places that he feels that he is a giant of the story, because even 500 cannibals, where tribal people come and start hunting him, they will not be able to find him, and they will not be able to attack him also. Even if they find him, they will not be able to attack him. A few months later, I saw a fire on the seashore on my side of of the island. After a few months, he saw fire near the island. It was which month? December month, when I harvested my crops. Harvested means to cut down the ripened crops. He cut down his ripened crops. I had set off to my field very early in the morning. He set off, he went out to his field where he has grown the crops, and early in the morning, even before it was completely light, the early dawn, I saw firelight about 2 miles away. Now when he was returning, like it was completely morning. It was completely morning. He saw some firelights about 2 miles away, and 2 miles away from where he was. I was shocked at the sight of so many years. I dare not go further. I went straight back to my fortress and pulled up the ladder. I loaded all my guns and placed them on the wall. When I grew tired of waiting, I crept up the hill with my looking glass. Looking glass means binocular. Now he was surprised to see these men out over here. He got ready. He took out his gunpowder, that if they come to attack him, and he was going to attack him. But nobody came, and through his binocular he started looking for them. He laid down flat. I laid down flat and looked for the fire. Soon I caught the sight of 9 men sitting round a small fire they had made, not for warm enough, but to eat the human flesh they had brought with them. I did not know whether it was alive or dead. There were 2 canoes at the edge of the fire, edge of the water. Now when he was looking through the binocular, he saw that there were 9 men. How many men? 9 men. And they were sitting round the fire and getting ready to cook the human flesh and eat. Now he was not aware that human body was alive or dead. But there were 2 the canoes waiting on in the water. I was shocked to see these men so close to me. Soon as I had left, I put down the gun. They left. I put down the gun over my shoulder and a pistol in each hand, and made my way down to the shore. Once again, I stared at the blood and bones on the flesh of the human bodies, and once again I wanted to kill the man. I wanted to kill the man who had done it. My great anxiety means curiosity, returned. Every day I expected to fall into the hands of these wild creatures. Right? So now over here, now he was shocked that he was so close to these men, and he could see that these men are killing the human body and cooking and eating them. After they had left, he went down to examine that particular places. He saw the bones, he saw the human blood, he saw the raw meat kept over there, which they never cooked and ate, and he was very disturbed that how can the man can eat men, his own people, and his curiosity kept on building. Because why? Because he thought he was safe in the island when he was not safe in the island. There were people coming down, and these people were not a normal people, they were cannibals, the tribals who eat men. So he might be caught one day or the other. That's it for the day, children. Now children, I have finished the course. Now I'll be sending the PDF of the previous poem which is left behind, and in between I will ask the teacher to send the PDF of the Robinson Crusoe. Have a nice day. Good day.